Platinum Yucatan Princess, an honest review of this adults-only all-inclusive resort in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I recently had the pleasure of going to Platinum Yucatan Princess, all suites and spa in the Mexican Caribbean. And I do want to say that this was a resort, that I was trying to get to for the longest time. And I actually had booked to this resort 2 separate times before this, and life got in the way and I was not able to go. So finally I was able to make my way to this resort. And I do have some mixed feelings about the resort itself. So I definitely wanted to come here and make an honest review video for you guys about this resort. Now, as you can see, the resort itself is very beautiful, very clean. That was one thing that I really appreciated here at the resort. Everything was very well maintained and kept well. Some resorts that I've gone to, you could feel that it just needs a lot of TLC, that they've kind of just forgotten about the resort and it's just kind of running, and no one's really paying attention to it. As opposed to here at Platinum Yucatan Princess, I really felt like the resort was very well taken care of. There was always people, cleaning and maintaining the buildings and the pools and the grounds itself. So I really appreciated that all throughout the resort, and not just in specific areas or the main areas. So the one thing though that I do want to say is that the resort is quite small. So if you guys are new to the channel, I always book all of my travel through EXPEDIA. So my EXPEDIA direct link is in the video description down below. There is no extra fee for you guys booking any travel through my link, but I always use EXPEDIA. But with that, you never can really see how large a resort is or how small it is. But compared to other resorts, I felt like Platinum Yucatan was definitely on the smaller side. We stayed for just a couple of nights because if you don't know, I actually lived in the Mexican Caribbean for several years. So now when I come back to Playa del Carmen, it's more visiting home. And then I just love treating myself to, a couple of days at all-inclusive resorts. So we were only here for a couple of nights, and I felt like after a couple of nights, we kind of did all we can do, if that makes sense. Now I understand that for a lot of you, you're just coming for R&R, and if that's all you're looking for, that's definitely, then this is the place for you. There was definitely entertainment at the main pool throughout the day. There was a lot of stuff going on, and you will see that further in the video, where they're just doing activities and, serving lunch and food by the pools. And that was great. Definitely keeps you entertained. But I felt like if you were looking for more of a party scene, I don't necessarily know if this is going to be a 24/7 party scene for you guys. But if you are looking for that, then stay until the end of the video because I'm going to be giving you which buildings you should be requesting if you are looking to be closer to the main pool where all the action is, or if you don't want to be where all the action is and you want all that peace and quiet. I'm going to be telling you the building numbers, and also we will be going over the beach. I know a lot of you guys, that's one thing that all of my viewers, I always get comments on is how was the beach? What month did you go? So at the end of the video, I have direct footage of the beach. So definitely stay tuned for that. But all in all, I do want to say that this was a pretty chill resort. I also want to say, though, that we did go in August, so it was kind of a lower season, so that's why the main pool didn't really have, it wasn't as crazy as I thought, but again, it did have activities throughout the day and serving lunch. But there is also bars all throughout the resort, so it's not like you can't get a drink anywhere that you want to get a drink. And the drinks, I do want to say, were actually good quality. The bars did have a lot of top shelf alcohol, which was something that I really enjoyed because I do not like to drink just well liquors. The food itself at the Platinum Yucatan, I really enjoyed, but there was some blunders with the food when it comes into play with the specialty dining. So that's one thing. I do have a separate food video, guys, so definitely be checking out the cards of the video because I do have separate videos of extensive video and footage of the food at the Platinum Yucatan, as well as the suite that we were staying at the Platinum Yucatan. Definitely checked out the tagged videos. So the food itself at the buffet, there was never a time, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, that we went to the buffet and we had a disappointing meal. They had so many different options: breads, vegetarian sections, meats, fresh juices, everything. Now, what kind of fell short for us was at nighttime. So at night is where you can go for the specialty dining. And for us, this is kind of where it fell short. Now, so you guys understand, you do not make reservations for the specialty dining. It is literally first come, first serve. So make sure you're dressed appropriately and you get there at a reasonable time. Now, if you're off season, then there's not going to be much of a wait, at the restaurants. But the one restaurant that really fell short for us, and I go over this in the food video, was the International Restaurant. It was so underwhelming that I don't even remember the name of it. But everything we got just had zero flavor. And then when we got the entrees, they were a little bit better, but we had ordered our steak medium rare and it came out basically raw. Sure, if you like black and blue steak, that might be okay for you, but that's not what we were looking for. And then, they had entertainment. The theater section was kind of, I don't want to say ghetto, but it was just kind of not really arranged properly. It was just like folding chairs out on, into this room, but they still did have nightly entertainment. So we ended up getting a regular junior suite. A lot of, people that are looking to go for Platinum Yucatan, they love the swim out suites, but we just went with a regular suite for our stay, because we were not being, we weren't coming, for that long. And we normally don't stay that much in the room, so it was absolutely perfect for us. Now, if you guys are in the mood to party and be around the action, you guys are going to be staying in building 2, 3, or 4. So if you want to be by the pool and by all the action, you are going to be in building 2, 3, or 4. If you guys are going to Platinum Yucatan because you want just R&R and you just want to veg out by the pool and not really be bothered, but still be able to get some drinks and waiter or waitress service, then you are going to be in building 1 or 5. Now, just so you know, building 1 does not have a, swim up bar by it. Building 1 just has swim out suites, but there is no bars by building 1. Just so you guys know. By building 5, there is swim out suites, there is a pool, and there is a swim out pool at building 5, and building 5 is the one that is closest to the reception area and the main buffet area when you first get there. And then on the other side, where building 2, 3, and 4, Rodeo Specialty Restaurant is, and this cute little kind of, I don't know if it's a lagoon or like a cenote, but that's also by building 1. So now the ocean, guys. I went in August, okay? So August is a time where the beach is going to be full of sargasso. That is what they called the seaweed in the Caribbean. So when we went, the beach was absolutely covered in the sargasso. They were trying to clean it up, but to no avail, because every single day it was just reproducing this crazy, crazy amount of seaweed. So again, this was in August. I really hope that this video was helpful, guys. Until next time.